What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Composing with Chandler. This is Skip Marazzi, your friend and fellow artist on this project of Cox in Space. Do a lot of things on the show, but mostly I'm just glad to see it as a fan. I'm sure, like you are, if you're coming on and checking this out for all the things that have happened before you arrive, because that's kind of the point of these podcasts. Is kind of the chronicle. Thank you for whoever typed it. Oh, buddy, I'm gonna have to switch over real quick. What's up, buddy? I was just introing the show on another channel. It's we're here with Chandler Fleming, who is a musician, well in his own right, and is also signed on to do the Cox in Space project with us. How are you today?
I'm pretty good, man. We'll get started.
That's awesome. You didn't figure out anyway how to turn up your mic, did you?
Let's see if I can.
Super low. Is it like a setting on the mic, maybe?
No, I'm just using like really shitty headphones. So I think that's why, because I can't really turn it up anymore.
I got you.
Discord.
Let me
figure out my other mic, but
that's all right.
That's the one we're having an issue with the echo on.
I think the echo was related because you were doing it through the website versus the app or something.
Oh,
didn't we find that out?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can.
The only reason I'm questioning is because I'm just personally having a hard time hearing you. I'm sure that in the end it'll switch out. Maybe I can change settings for you. No, I think I already checked this. All I can do is your user volume for me is all the way up.
All right, let me see if I can find my.
So at the end of one of the sessions you sat in with Logan sat in with you while I was gone. There was a person who came into your room and spoke to you. Like at the end of one of these, you don't happen to recall that moment, do you? It's like an older sounding lady.
It's probably my grandma.
So it could be. It sounds about the right age as the voice that I heard. But you could hear her really clearly for some reason. Like whatever she said to you, it was just like it was the loudest thing that had come through your mic. So are you wearing like earphones or something that are like?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not picking up from your mouth. It's if you was like right in front of your mouth, it'd probably be a fine mic.
Yeah, and it's like kind of down to the side. Fuck, where did I put that thing, man?
Well, that is cool. So tonight we're planning to build on the skeleton of the Luna song.
Yeah, we'll try a couple things.
That's awesome.
Like I said, I think it'll be easier once we got the singer and everything, but we can do some stuff here.
Yeah. We want to give her something to sing because she wants to be able to do her homework for sure because she's very much like that, which is good. I appreciate it. And then also that way when she comes and meets with you, which I'm going to try to get her to do next Saturday, then we can sorry, total brain fart. Work with whatever you've got going on to what we've done in these two sessions. Anyway, I wanted to make sure that we were bringing her something.
I got you. Yeah.
Because she also does her homework. So again, out of appreciation for the fact that, like she's going to like look at it and study it. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's give her something to look at and study. And then also, not offer nothing for you and me to hang out. We don't need a whole lot, right? We'll be like, okay, cool. We're going to like chat and like, you'll compose some music and we'll have a good time. That's always going to be a good show, for me and for you. Right. But then also I think that she would be, you'd unnerve her to not have something to like bring to the table, in response. Yeah. So, right, kind of a catch-22 situation, right? Because you're like, I want to hear what she sounds like, or like what she would do with this. But
yeah, exactly.
I will say this: I think it's sounding different than Aaron. I was thinking, did you hear the song that he posted in the music group?
Yes, I did.
Okay. But I also like where you're going with this track. So, um,
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll give that one another listen to see if I can incorporate some parts. You know.
yeah. So there's this thing, like, I think he has a very particular thing in mind, but I also like for all the things we're talking about, like it's being sung by a cat on a faraway planet. Like, I think we need to appreciate that sound too. So,
Yeah.
um,
Sure.
it's a middle ground kind of thing, which I know that you know how to like kind of create that balance. So, don't be psyched as, hitting or not hitting a specific goal. Cause like, I like when I sang the song where you said start here and then the music backs up the singer. I was like, I sang it and I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, that song is super fun. Like, and I think that she will have a lot of fun with it because it's like very peppy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I
I
mean,
think it
your
should
intended
be
goal.
like I just want it to have like a swing type of sound, and I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
exactly.
the couple.
And then also, right, like the space cat sound, whatever that is.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let me go grab my cord for my mic, and I'll be right back, and I'll try to use that one.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool, cool.
I've got nods on it, so I should be able to change some stuff.
Sweet.
But
I was going to play some music from you, right? So I was like, for the right opportunity. This is a perfect opportunity. Guys, this is
awesome.
some early work that we got to hear some of last night, but we're going to listen to some more of the Blushrooms. And we're going to start with Seclusion and Inclusion. I think this is what we were listening to last night. It drops so hard, bro. That's so sick, dude.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah. Well, that's a lot louder.
Cool.
Yeah, I can fade this out. It's a sick beat, dude. I mean, really.
But yeah, I need to write more chill stuff like that, where I just write what comes. And I always think it's boring, but when I listen to it back, it's like, man, I could chill to this.
Yeah, that's exactly that. That's why I was like, we're taking a little like chill break. And so what better to put on but some chill hop? And like, it's just like, It's cool because it's called Seclusion and Illusion. Now, and it starts out with what sounds like one lonely voice, but then you incorporate it into the whole like piece. And then it just like explodes. And it's just like, you're actually not alone. You're just like part of this like beat, right?
Yeah,
oh man.
The illusion of seclusion.
Yeah. And yeah, no, it's sick. And it's super chill to just like listen to. And you have like 2 great drops in there too. So
I love using synth leads, I really like that era of like the 80s where everyone was using synths and stuff.
Isn't there like a synth piano sound and like a synth like trumpet? What do you think about doing that with this piece? So that you like...
Yeah. I was just, I heard a piece of music somewhere today. I don't remember where, but it had some sort of horn that you could tell was a horn, but you could also tell that it was an electronic horn, but it
nice.
Still, like sounded cool. I don't know. I think it was in a song, but
so it's possible. That's what you're saying. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm using my other computer. Oh no.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh, you don't have this up on this one?
I was using I have this. I have everything I need, but I was using my other laptop last night. So the project's on that one. Gotcha.
That's totally fine. We have a little bit left of this song if you want to go grab it or whatever you need to do.
Let's see. I should be able to.
Hey, so you're saying that this project is psyching you out. What psychs you out the most about it?
I think just like trying to do the swing on it and make it jazzy and everything, but make it like a believable, like this could be an alien band playing, You don't ever have to do that sort of thing with electronic music because it's electronic music, but trying to make it sound like, this could be an acoustic instrument that could be played in like another dimension or something,
Interesting. Okay. I gotcha. So you're seeing a really, really big picture on it. That's interesting. I hadn't seen that. So, okay, that could psych you out. Yeah, that makes sense because it's really, really big. You're like, oh, dude, do I have to build a whole society of cats to explain the instruments that they're playing because, they can't play any woodwinds because they don't have lips. Yeah,
and each instrument needs lore, needs to have I just learned that the saxophone was invented in not even that long ago, like 1840s by some guy named Adolph Sax.
His name's actually Sax. Wow, it is the saxophone.
Adolph Sax, bro.
Hell yeah! I'm glad that guy existed. He needed
what a name.
Yeah.
I wish he was more famous than Adolf Hitler.
The most famous, yeah.
Yeah. In a perfect world, we would all talk about Adolf Sax instead of Hitler.
Yeah, people name their kids Adolf, and you'd be like, of course, after Mr. Sax, the inventor of the saxophone. And we'd all be like, hell yes, saxophone.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful instrument. What a great name.
Those would be the conversations that we have. Yeah. In the perfect universe where we do not live, because we live in a clown dimension. But, the one that we aspire to for sure. Where tyrants no longer have the ability to take power. And then you're like, oh yeah, and Charlie Chaplin was the only one who ever wore that mustache.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They took it from Charlie Chaplin, which I think is a shame because it is a cool style. He pulls it off, and if Hitler didn't come along, he's the perfect guy to parody Hitler when he does the movie. That's his career-ending movie is he parodies Hitler.
Yeah.
and speaks for the first time, which is, crazy. But because he was a silent movie star. Um, but yeah, no, they stole Charlie Chaplin's mustache. People could wear that mustache if it wasn't for Hitler coming along, because it was becoming sporty and neat.
Yeah,
I don't want to
he
wear
ruined a
that
lot of
mustache
stuff.
if you think that that's the thing. But
Like the Nazi symbol, he ruined that too.
oh
That
yeah,
was
it was a
to be a
peace
sign of
symbol
like
from Buddha,
strength,
from the Buddhists. Yeah,
peace. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, right. Like great, you guys. Thanks for fucking things. Also, let's just shout out Germany. Germany was actually considered an awesome place. And if you hear stories about like Germany before the rise of Hitler and like Germany like after, and like how like the type of like culture they actually have, you're like, oh, that's cool. It's terrible that such a thing happened in that they allowed that to happen like in their country, because like Germany is like responsible for like making things. There's a lot of great German musicians, for instance, and they've crafted like electronics that like do stuff. So
Right.
I mean, like it's just like you're like you gotta the like
Well, not to mention all the Nazis that we hired to like NASA and stuff afterward.
yeah, I mean that's it. Yeah, spin too far down that rabbit hole, which is true facts. I mean, it's been proven they found who they are, but they did help do the things that we did as we jumped ahead. Um,
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's not their fault that the country they lived in was fucked. I mean,
right? Yeah, exactly. Like the same as people from here who are like, yeah, yeah,
they just wanted to do science, you know?
yeah, exactly. It is what it is. So
Yeah. I mean, I understand why it happened. It's kind of messed up, but it's like,
right.
well, you want to do science and we need science, so who else is going to do it?
Right, yeah, exactly. There's only a few minds who are capable of doing the type of science that we need done, and you're it. So
Yeah.
you want citizenship, and we'll just bury the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll just forget
Geez.
everything and you build us a rocket.
Geez. Yeah, that's just the way the world is or has been. Um,
Yeah.
you can forgive war crimes if you can get ahead in the space race, which is really about building nuclear weapons or like missiles, right? The ability to hit anywhere on the planet that you want to hit with a missile.
Yeah, in the end.
That's really what the space race is about.
Export DAW project. Can I do that? Is that a thing? DAW.
So I am really excited for you and Kate to hang out, because that was one of the things with her coming on as a guest. I was like, I just want to see if you two get along, and then because I didn't even know her at the time, but I've met her, and I think that you will enjoy hanging out with her as a person as well. She's a history teacher for one, so she could actually probably give us the backstory as all the cool things that
Cool.
Germans do and are, if it weren't for Hitler.
Okay, so I've got it on my USB now. I should be able to put it on my other computer.
Sweet. How's the kid doing?
He's doing good. He's with the lady I met recently.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but I met a girl at a gas station.
Okay, that's awesome. You said, "Hey, what's up?" She's all, "Hey, what's up?" And you're like, "I'll talk you later." And she's like, "Yeah, here's my dude."
Well, it was harder than that for me because like it took me a while. I saw her she was working where I used to work, and like it was a new new employee that I hadn't seen there before, and I was like, man, she's cute. And I kept coming in like every day after that to get my stuff, and
Nice.
eventually got to talking to her.
Okay, cool. Well, that's a much cuter story than the story I told. So that's awesome. Then how long ago was this? Recent? Couple months? Not trying to pry. I'm excited for you. I'm
Yeah, it
broad
was
for
like
you
a
right
month
now.
ago.
Nice.
Like a month ago, yeah.
And how's the boy taking to her?
He really likes her.
Awesome. Obviously, he's staying over there.
Yeah, he loves her.
Does she have kids also?
She doesn't have her own kids, but she was a stepmom for some kids for a while, and she's been a teacher for daycare for a long time.
I gotcha. So obviously enjoys kids.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Okay, let's see.
Stoppers for a while. That's quite adorable, Chandler. I'm happy for you, like a whole bunch. Obviously, because you're like, okay, cool. I don't want to be weird, but like, every time we get up there, we talk a little bit. We seem to like each other. And you're like, give it a shot. Why the fuck not? Right?
Exactly.
My guy.
We kept giving each other like flirty eyes and stuff, and I was
okay. Yeah, like
the thing about
you're seeing that, you're like, what's that?
Yeah, I always assume that women like are already taken. I just kind of assume that already.
For sure, you should assume that. Just leave them alone, right? Like if you don't know anything about them, just leave them alone, guys. Like seriously, don't be a creep.
I'm not gonna come on
let women do their job, etc. Right? Wherever you meet them.
Like it's a very romantic location anyway.
No, but you like the thing is that you ran into her commonly in the community, which is a really important thing. Like you need to like both the parts of the relationship kind of need to figure out who these people are, right? Like meeting you a person once and then that's being your forever person is kind of ridiculous because you're like gonna be stuck with that for the rest of your life, even though you don't have any idea who they are. But like if you've talked multiple times, you like picking up a vibe. Like just of her personality, and same with you. Like she's like, okay, cool. The person who I thought you are is matching up with the person who you're being in front of me. Exactly. So yeah, and then you're like, okay, cool. We seem to be on a level at some point. That's awesome, man. So yeah, I would say, guys, if you're out there wondering what to do, how to do it, I would support that. Way.
Treat it like like you're buying a car. You know what they say about buying cars.
You need to check everything out
on the same day.
Yeah, right. Also think about it, right? Because sometimes you're just straight up horny. Like just you don't want to start a relationship because you're horny. That's not going to be a good relationship. As a person who's had multiple relationships where I was just horny, it doesn't work out well, bro. Nope. Yeah, like no, because there's gonna be so much trauma and so much headache. And that's the thing, involving your life with somebody else, regardless of gender or like whatever the position is in your relationship or whatever, like it's just like involving yourself with somebody else is complicated because people have things going on and they're not you.
Yeah.
The
older you get, the harder it gets,
And the more it just keeps being the case. Yeah. Like, how old are you now? Like 24, 25?
Like 25, yeah.
Yeah, so like, and like you say that, and it's absolutely true. Like, I've got 15 years on you. That's wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. But then, yeah, that's wild. But it's totally true. Like, she's your new friend. She says she's been a stepmom before, and so like like as an adult, that's just the case. Like at my age, meeting somebody means that I'm probably meeting their grandkids.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of complications at that point. So
yeah, she said that she, like me, traveled the country with that person, and then he waited until they were in California to tell her that he had 3 other kids in Florida.
God damn. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, she's already kind of locked in and stuck,
Yeah, and he knows it. Yeah, he knows it. God damn it. Yeah. Fucking creeper dudes is just...
That's pretty much what my ex did. Like,
how it be. Sorry, creeper people. It doesn't have a gender. Creeps are creeps.
Yeah, no, exactly. She didn't, it wasn't love. It was like an unhealthy, toxic, crazy obsession.
Codependency. It's real.
Yeah.
For sure.
She didn't want a kid. She didn't want a kid to have a kid. She wanted a kid so that I would be like tethered down,
God damn it.
And yeah.
That's a wild thought. Ladies, if you listen to this podcast, please don't ever do that to anybody. Not yourself, not to the person you're about to birth into the world, not to the dude. Like, it's just not fair on anybody.
No, and but there's some guys that do the same thing, like
I know, right? Same thing, dudes out there. You got to think about a person you bring into the world. I mean, like, I like living because of things I've chosen to do in my life, but a lot of it sucks. So you're making somebody have to live through that by you being like, you know what, I'm going to get this girl, or I'm going to get this guy and keep him because I got this baby. Like, dude, what did you do? You just cursed somebody into reality. They were fine out there in the ether. They weren't a soul disturbed. You know, they didn't have concept of what we have, what this reality is.
We're happy.
Yeah, exactly. You throw them into a body. Thanks so much, mom and dad. You know,
look at him. Now he has anxiety.
Now he's got anxiety. You know, he's got to grow up in a household that doesn't love him because he was born in, you know, like from manipulation. It's just like, yeah, you did this. No, your mom. If she would have just, you know, and you're like, God, you know, it's not his fault, her fault.
Yeah,
they didn't choose that. You did, motherfuckers.
Like you said, you know, being an asshole doesn't have a gender. Everybody can do it.
Yeah. Well, I just, you know, people have they selfish and have reasons, short-sighted reasons. I don't think about the. Yeah, I don't think about the long-term consequences.
I'm not getting. Okay, here we go. What's this? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not getting sound for my DAW.
What?
Oh, that's why. Because none of these loaded. That's why. Oh my God, really? Okay. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right?
Whoa, hey, I like cats. Can we switch the metaphor over? There's more than one way to de-shed a cat, because there are. Yeah, there's a bunch. I mean, if you want to go on Amazon, you can shop around and find great ways to de-shed cats, and cats like different things to be de-shedding. So I'm going to segue into an ad break, which this could be your ad break. You know, we're about half an hour into the show. We could be talking about your cat product right here. We could be saying, hey, this cat product is great because my cats love it for these reasons. And every cat will love it because it's going to be this. And you'll love the money that it puts back into your pocket because that's what this cat product does. This could be your ad. You know, we could be talking about it right now. Cut in some video, you know, whatever you need.
It could be a de-shedder.
Yeah. And there are some great ones. So, you know, just so, you know, if there's anyone out there who's thinking about it, we are for sale. So you can put your ad. You can put your ad right here. We're happy to do it. But yeah, there's like, because there's brushes, and there's brushes that are gloves because some cats don't like brushes, but they love being petted. And there's some areas that you can pet on a cat that you can't necessarily brush on a cat. Those are pretty cool. I've seen some ones that are on corner, and you can put on like a low on the wall and let the cat like de-shed itself there because it just likes to rub up against it.
That's a good way to do it.
I mean, yeah. Some people suggest you bathe your cat to get all that deep hair out. But I don't really like putting my cats in a whole lot of water because they don't like it either.
Then it goes all down your drain and everything.
Yeah.
All right, I got everything set up again.
Yeah, I dig it. I think that he probably wants the tempo slowed down. Okay. I think that's probably going to be his biggest like qualm with it. But I also like that peppy jazz sound. So
yeah, you're right. Slower is definitely better
because he wants her to drag out those notes. That's the way he sings it.
I could do a little jazzy stuff with it.
Did you just improvise that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Welcome to Composing with Chandler. That was fucking kick-ass, dude. I was like, wait, I haven't heard that line laid in before. I was like, don't.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Last night I was like, man, I need to make keyboard for this.
And that's kind of like the part that she sings, right? Or it's like accompaniment to her, something like that. Because I know you got blue. I know you feel down. right? Like that. That's kind of like the turn it all around, and the piano's going dun 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 dun. That's what you're playing, right? Also, did you get a keyboard, or were you playing that on the screen?
On the keyboard.
Oh, you did. Okay, that'd be a feat.
That'd be that would be wild. Playing it with the mouse.
Yeah, if you were like, and I didn't see you clicking any of the things, so I was like, dang. But if you were like, yeah, dragging the notes out as quick as it was happening. Yeah, that is awesome. Are you running like an OBS to run the screen through? Is there a way you can turn the music part of that up? Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah.
Because I can hear your voice really good now. The music I'm like listening for, but it's also like real low. And it'll EQ out just to talk shop, but it will next.
Why did I just do the mouse, man?
You just gotta calibrate your mouse. The
No, I clicked something so slow. What did I do?
that's wild. Did you know that you could do that? Went right over to mouse settings and get
speed is all the way up. Oh my god. Yeah, this is like a gaming mouse or something, so I did something. Fuck something up. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, how do I change it? The hell? Oh my god. Okay.
what are you trying to change?
Just the mouse speed. It went like all the way to 0.
Oh, that's wild. There it is right there.
Oh.
The top one. It says the same thing as the thing you were just looking at.
Yeah, DPI. What the fuck is this all? Oh my god. Oh, that's way too fast. Okay.
So that is the okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, cool. Is it like a wheel on the mouse that makes it do that or something? You like
So
change it up for different games?
Brings this up, but I don't know how I turned it down. Yeah, it's like this button on the side here. I don't know. Okay, glad I figured that out.
That's wild. You're like trying to like scoot it across the screen. Do you have a way to turn that music up?
Oh yeah.
I know you got blues. I know you feel down. You can't.
Yeah.
Do it all over. No, it's still pretty low.
Still too low. Okay. Can I turn? Oh, how about this? Can you hear better now?
That didn't increase the volume.
Okay. It's gotta be in. Do I have to crank my headphones? How about now?
Same volume. That's weird. I can just also not interrupt the music or talk over it, and you will be able to hear it, and it will EQ out. It's not something to sweat about.
It does seem a little quiet. Maybe everything is just down. Oh. Just gotta turn my levels up. I think everything is just quiet.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's the volume right there that did increase. So you like to mix it really low, huh? Sorry.
What's that?
What did you just say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I can hear myself when I talk through this mic, so it's really nice.
Nice. That is awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to be. Am I yelling?
Right. Yeah. With my headphones, I feel like I'm yelling sometimes.
It can be the case for sure. Hey, so if you were on Earth, like, and there's like an anomaly that everyone knew about that once a year, gravity would turn off for like 30 seconds. You never quite knew when it was about to happen. but it always had to happen within the time of 1 year span from January to December. So obviously, if you haven't felt it by like June or July, you know that it's definitely coming up soon, right? Like you're like, oh, it's got to be in the last few months. What do you think? Like, how do you think you would change your life to make sure that you were in a safe space for that 30 seconds?
So if you're in a car, does the car lift up too? Like everything just goes?
Yeah, so gravity is turned off on Earth for 30 seconds.
I'd probably spend a lot more time inside.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like making sure that you were like always tethered to something seems to be like real key.
Yeah, or I would like I would keep some sort of like metal stake with me or something. I don't know.
Right.
So I could like jam it into the ground.
The biggest thing seems that like once a year, all the cars or most of the vehicles would be thrown into space.
Yeah.
Right. Because it would just, I mean, in every like once a year, it would smash into your ceiling as, 2 tons just like falls onto your roof from the inside.
Yeah. And then it falls down.
And then falls back down again. Yeah. So it's like jacked. You just like your car gets like destroyed. So the option is fling it into space or have a semi-destroyed car from the last year.
You could chain it to the ground probably.
Yeah, that would probably be a good, that'd probably be the best way. So every time you park, you have to chain it to the ground. See, the thing is, I would just be like scared to drive because you know that if you're driving, you're going to be flung into space.
Yeah, for real.
So, yeah, like shipping would have to change altogether because you couldn't have shipments to go across the ocean in a week because it might be at some point that the supply chain just is broken down because all the ships had nowhere to go but up and out.
So, like, what about all the water and stuff that goes up too, and then we get tsunamis?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. One and done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because really, I mean, what happens when all the water hits the atmosphere? It becomes a mist, right? I mean, it's hitting the ozone, so it's a lot of friction up in the.
Storms
Reddit
galore.
has probably answered this question. Yeah.
Yeah, there would be storms galore, and I think there would be tsunamis and like hurricanes and all kinds of crazy shit.
I'm asking right now, what would happen if all the Earth's water was flung into the sky, was flung into space? Because I really want to know. That's a really good point. I had not even considered. Like, it's not just the people and all the animals on the planet. It's like the actual resource that everyone needs just being thrown into the sky. Like, does that start to reshape continents? Rivers. Yeah. Everything for that 30 seconds, and so like, I'm pretty sure like with this whole event, I'm pretty sure 30 seconds is enough time to get into the atmosphere for everything, every human thing. I'm sorry, any like biological thing being thrown in the sky. It's either going to hit the ozone and get burned up or it's going to die smashing back into the ground. Like nothing survives that.
Well, and it wouldn't be all the, it wouldn't be all of the water. It would just be a bunch of it, and then it would probably cause a bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to like figure out because I don't know what would happen with the physics. Does it freeze and then come crashing down?
Oh, it might freeze into like a ice meteorite. Just like one giant ice meteorite comes crashing down.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Like it condenses and becomes like a meat. Yeah, exactly. It starts putting holes in things, and that's where all the water is, and then drains off into as it melts. Man, that's such a like. It's a devastating event. Like how I would never want it to happen.
A lot of people would be fucked every single time, and they would probably just have like, I don't know, life insurance would go up a lot.
This is interesting. So it's like this question hasn't been answered or asked. That can't be. Okay, so I typed the word Reddit after it to see. I'm sure someone on Reddit has had this conversation. No, that's not. That's not it. Do you have any pets, Chandler?
No, I personally don't.
Do you? Oh, like your grandma has an animal that you interact with?
Yeah, they have like two dogs, and then my lady friend has a cat.
No, nice. What color cat?
It's like a striped tabby.
That's awesome. They're
Yeah.
they're sharing one brain cell with my striped tabby. So
Yeah, they're great. I love them.
they're really fantastic. They're like the labs or like golden retrievers of the dog world. They're just great buddies.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Yeah,
Your best friend, man.
yeah. Like my guy. So I have a girl cat who likes to wake me up by bringing me her favorite toy for me to throw because she believes that since she likes it, I like it, which is true because I do like to see her play. And then
Yeah.
the orange guy will just lay on my chest and purr to be like, "Hey, you're awake. I'm glad to see you." And we just like hang out like that. I'm like, that's how I get to start my day. And I'm like, you know what? I might be in a clown dimension, but this is also the best life that you could make in the clown dimension. It's having,
For real.
cats that just like being with you.
Yeah, I agree. Look at this massive project I've been working on.
Wow, what is that for?
This is just a house song I started making. So you haven't really seen my normal workflow. Usually I'll do like over here. This is like your what's the thing that the artist holds with all the paints on it?
Palette.
Oh yeah, palette. This is like a palette. I use it like a palette basically,
Okay.
so I can make make simple loops that I can play with,
Right, I hear it.
And then after I'm done with that, after I'm done making like my main idea, I just record it into like the canvas, I call it.
Yeah.
And then I can add like a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, it's deep. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, this is I've really been digging deep house lately.
Yeah, Jack was listening to Buka Shade the other night. And I was just like taken back, Yeah, He has that vibe. Yeah. Like this
really like the more you listen, the more your ears get rewarded, basically, is kind of how deep house works.
So the story that I shared with them, I'll share briefly, is that the CD that we had got stuck in the CD player and we could play no other CD. So we had to listen to one Buka Shade album continuously from drive. Yeah. From Nevada to back to Illinois. Oh
my God.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you did. And then the more we listened to it, the more your ears were.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. Because you just keep adding levels to it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? How are you? Hickory Ham Mike, my guy. How are you doing, man? Welcome.
Hey, so Hickory Ham Mike.
Welcome to Composing with Chandler. Hickory Ham Mike is a good old friend of mine, and when he signed onto the Discord, I was like, hell yes, because we like people who are interesting, my guy.
Yeah.
And he is. I'm not going to dox him because.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's what I work on usually. That type of stuff. All right, I feel like we can do better. I'm gonna. Where'd everybody go? Man.
Okay, how about now?
What's up?
Okay, cool. Yeah, my mic had cut out, and it's
nice.
working now.
I can hear you at all.
Yeah, I know. I heard you be like, "Hey, what?" So, no, that clued me in. Thank you. And back online.
All right, I'm gonna try and do a little mock melody here.
So just make fun of it.
Didn't I get oh man. I swear I got a different piano yesterday. No way I didn't.
So did you say the only thing stopping you from playing the guitar is having a USB pickup?
Yeah, and I think it would sound better with electric, but I could also do some acoustic stuff.
Do you have like a USB-C or like a USB-A?
USB-C. I just don't have a way to I don't have a USB interface yet. I just have my studio mic, which is basically for like podcasts.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's the thing about, we used to have lots of ports on all the computers and now there's none.
Yep, you gotta love it.
No, you don't, but you have to put up with it.
Yeah.
Like tech bros always like, what can we take it away from them and then charge them more? Like that. Yeah, that's how capitalism works, but makes you all douchebags. So
yeah. All right, that sounds pretty good.
That's a nice piano. And I think that he could be won over. By he, I keep saying, referencing Aaron. I think Aaron could be, won over by Classy. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that for the melody.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I was jamming with it.
I'll do a little recording of it so we can get it down. I know it's not exact, but at least it'll give people a better idea of what it should sound like.
Yeah, that's awesome because then the feel of it. Aaron Kozbial, welcome to Composing with Chandler.
What's up, man?
How are you? Good. So heard your desire to want to class up the music and to put it like in that soulfulness. And Chandler's been improvising music on the piano to do that. And you're here at the right time because we're about to do it for real. No pressure, Chandler.
But yeah, we're gonna need you because you're the song man and you got the melody up in your head. And
yeah,
I got the first part a little bit, but all right.
Yeah, do you want to hear him singing it again?
Yeah, go for it, and then I'll try to do the whole thing.
So perfect that you showed up at just the right time, buddy.
Yeah, I just got out of my show, and I got like a 2-hour drive back home.
Oh, so okay, cool. Well, make sure you bring up your show a little while later, okay? Because I want to hear about. Because I want to hear about it. All right, good. All right. So, yeah, whenever you're ready, are you able to sing? You're driving right now. You safe? Hands at 10 and 2.
Second, see about.
So while you're looking, are you excited about tomorrow night? Because we have a cast of people coming together. Yeah, Cox's face read by people that we like, who are doing like fantastically already.
I can't believe it. I can't. We're recording.
Yeah, we're gonna be recording it to hear the sound of the first 2 episodes. Because at this point, we have the contrast between the 2 of them too, and what type of show this is, not just the pilot. And then of course, we'll get to adding the third. So
Yeah.
were you looking something up?
Oh yeah, I just needed to be reminded of the first lyrics.
Okay.
So I got that. I was able to look it up real quick
Sweet.
because I had it because I've been listening to I was listening to jazz and that kind of music all the way to my show, and I was like, I just got to show them like this is what inspired that song in the first place.
Right.
Was listening to that Bonnie Gordon CD.
Yeah, no, that you definitely have to listen to that. So
yeah, no, I know where I'm at now.
All right.
I just had to
Take it away.
do a quick reminder. I know you got the blues. I know you feel down. You gotta keep your chin up, kid, to turn it around. I know you got that deep sadness. I know you got it down in your soul. You've been eating your feelings right out of a bowl. There are more.
There is. She goes back and sings it. Oh no, it's insinuated that she sings it later, but there's more music after that.
Yeah, I'm like, there's more.
Well, there was. I think in the first draft she sings two lines, but I think we only had the time for the one in this one.
Yeah.
I could double check, but I think that's what happened because we did write more of a song, and actually she had a third verse too. We were being gratuitous.
I know that it ends on. So join me on the path to feelings recovery. I know that's how the song ends in the second act or the ending of the show.
Yeah. I forgot. She has a reprise. Where she sings that. I think that's where we got to tie in where the extra music went in that episode. We'll also be reminded. It's so crazy that we haven't dealt with the first episode in months now because we've been getting through episode 2.
Yeah.
So sorry, not to detract from you, Chandler. Was that enough to work from?
I'm just lay down a basic idea, and then I think with the singer, I will be able to really nail it out.
Yeah, that's the hope. Yeah, if you play something that it's kind of like the melody, right? She'll definitely be able to hear because again, I was saying this to you earlier, but just so Aaron, I can hear, and I was singing with where I'm like, oh, okay, this is where it goes. But it's interesting because it's not without hearing the melody in there. It's hard to hear the melody. I guess I'm sure, Chandler, you hear it in your head, right? Already, you're like, oh yeah, that's where the singer is gonna go.
Yeah, I can hear it. At least the first part of it, and then it'll take it'll just take some work to nail the other parts down and fit the music to it.
That is all right. So yeah, we'll try to get her on next weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, obviously, because we have that availability now.
Yeah, that's also really cool.
Yeah, it will be fun to get the collaboration on. It was really nice to meet her separate, so we could just hang out with her and talk to Kate about who she is and what she does. And then also I think coming in as co-creator is fantastic. So she was already also part of the music team as far as the share goes. So yeah, she's equal partners with all the people on the music team.
Thank you.
So excited for her to hear her contributions for sure. So, Aaron, big question on the table.
Better voice than I do.
Yeah, well, and no offense to your voice, but also she's gonna be able to hit a different pitch. And I've heard her sing a bunch of songs, and I have a feeling that she's versatile enough with her voice that she can fit lyrics into it, no matter what pattern we gave her to sing. So, well, that's not to downplay the value of I hear the song that you want to be sung, and I want her to sing that song too. But then also, it's more speaking to the talent of you could probably give her a drum beat and she could sing a song with it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean. Shout out to Kate's talent is all. the that's it. But we're working towards that. So he got a piano that has a very, very realistic sound to do the melody sound through this part. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does sound nice.
You
ready? Oh, you're doing it.
Honestly, I think it could go even a little slower. Let's try 102. All right, gotta arm it. Something like that.
Yeah. Right. And what do you think? You still don't hear your song.
What's up?
Yeah.
What?
What do you think?
You guys went blank for a little bit.
Gotcha. You might be going through it. You might be going through it, Ferry. Did you get to hear that song? Because I think
have bad service. I got it recorded though.
That's nice.
So it's all
that's
good.
awesome. Yeah. So you were trying to it seemed like you were showing off the versatility of that time signature.
Yeah, the time signature and just the scale that it's in. You got your main melody that it starts off with, and obviously the singer will sing the main melody. But I mean, really, you can add a piano solo in there. You can add sax solo, guitar, like anything really. You can do whatever you want with that.
Gotcha. And you're wanting to hear the singer's voice so you can pick the right solo that matches.
Yeah, exactly. Once I'll write the solo after we got her words in it, but this is just to get the vibe down basically until we meet up with her.
All right. So, oh yeah, Aaron's got a call or something like that. Yeah, I'd like it. Can you play through again?
Yeah. We'll see how well it recorded. Sometimes it is janky, but
Gotcha.
seems all right.
Nice.
Little end part.
Right. Now So, Aaron, were you able to hear that? Are you back with us?
Yeah, I was. That was much more in line with the sort of vibe I was thinking.
Good.
Yeah, I slowed it down quite a bit. It was at like 110 last night. Now it's at 102. And the piano makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it's you said you were talking about that last night, like sprinkling it in. And then so, and if you know this about music already, you can stop me. And I don't know that much, but this is what I'm hearing: is that piano line that he's putting down is just to show off how much, like how many notes the singer has available to her and what key it's in. So she could sing whatever she wants to, and then he'll riff the piano or the saxophone behind her. And we'll have that type of music like swell when she's like talking to the Cox. And we'll also be able to hear it in the background probably when she's in her dressing room.
Yeah, I think that intro will be good for that. You know, just that first piano like this. I mean, really, this first. I like this part. It can set a scene, you know, just this like,
and it does
in the middle of a conversation, and then you know, almost like a musical, like you were talking. It kind of just comes in, and then somebody starts singing. You know.
Yeah, so that's her superpower, right? Is Aaron? Isn't that the lore that she actually makes, or is that Richard?
So yeah, I think that cats have the ability to sing, like to create music around them.
To create musicals, yeah.
And I get that from the musical Cats.
Of course, I mean that's a historical document, as we all know. That's the facts about cats. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. So if you guys are wondering what is official candidate, she has a power that does that. So it's not strange that she's singing so well because that's what cats do. But yeah, does it sound like the sound of the Fat Cat Lounge? Like, is that? Because that's what basically like the lead up in that scene, and her entrance is going to be that piano he's playing. I mean, not the piano, but the intro, that dun 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 dun, which I mean, it's a really catchy hook. Yeah. We're uploading it now. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. And we can all listen to it whenever we want.
I gotta go in a couple minutes, but yeah, I want to, you know, you can show that to anybody. You know, this is the basic little idea that we got.
Cool.
And yeah.
Sweet. So then, yeah, let me message Kate so that she knows. Because she has the lyrics from the script.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And thanks for taking my suggestion. So
I think it's valid, and I appreciate that Chandler is capable of doing that.
Yeah, no, I was agreeing with it as well. Something was definitely off about it, and I think it was mainly tempo, but also, you know, just being able to like freestyle is so much easier for me than having to write everything in.
Right? Yeah. No, that that was pretty serious. You were doing it last night. Makes a huge difference to be able to do that. I want to be able to get you the ability to record your guitar work too, because I mean, my guy, I know that you can do good stuff on it.
Yeah, I'm way better at guitar than piano.
Okay, so do you have enough time to settle this conversation then? Because I'm going to be thinking about it all night if we don't come to some conclusion. Aaron, so here's the question on the table. Okay, so once a year, there's a time on Earth where gravity is turned off for 30 seconds. And you always know that's going to happen within a span of 365 days. So the more you count down, the more likely it's going to happen. We were talking about like the way that life would change for us living here on Earth. And one of the big ones for me was I would be totally afraid to be in a car and traveling at high speeds at any time, because all of a sudden you'd be shooting off into the sky. And that would be a terrible fate. But then Chandler brought up a fantastic point, which is that all the water would also be thrown into space in that 30 seconds. And then I was caught in a mystery. And I forgot to call out earlier, if you guys want to comment what would actually happen, especially if we had any physicists that ever hear this who could tell us, you know, or people in environmental science who could give us some good like reasons what would happen. But what would happen to life on Earth when all the water gets thrown into space, do you think?
The I-77.
Okay. I mean, that's a fair and valid point. I think the I-77 is open.
Maybe it would survive.
Yeah, getting.
So
make sure I'm in the correct place.
Gotcha. So Chandler, I mean, see, your vote was what? It becomes an ice ball in the.
Oh yeah, I think either it would either cause a ton of tsunamis if it just fell back down, because I mean technically, water would all be connected. It's
because it has to
a ton of
splash
water.
somewhere.
Yeah, but it would all be connected, so it might not do a lot of impact. You know how hitting water when you fall onto water from like 200 feet or whatever, it's hitting concrete.
The concrete.
That's because the surface isn't broken. So technically, I don't know if the surface would be broken. It might just cause a whole ton of tsunamis, or it would go up and form like giant ice meteorites, and then either way, I feel like we're in a big world of hurt.
Yeah, like at best it causes tsunamis and that sort of thing. At worst, it just goes like it gets like pulled off of our planet. And life can't exist because we all of our water keeps going away.
Yeah, that was the thing.
It might cause hurricanes because of all that much water in the atmosphere. Like that would probably create storms like we've never seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like there's definitely, and so like I'm siding with you on the ice crystals thing, because I think that's basically what would happen. So one of the things that I hadn't thought about is that if gravity's turned off on Earth for 30 seconds on all places all the time, since it's a globe, flat earthers, go fuck yourselves. The explosion would be going off from every location at once. So, and it's probably, it's all going up at one mass and then freezing in one mass.
How long do we have to prepare for the first one?
You never know when they're coming. You just know that you're going to get one a year.
Well, the way I would assume it happens is like what everybody's going about their life one day, and then it happens, and then everybody thinks it's a fluke, and then we recover, and then it happens the next year, and so then it's like, okay, maybe we should expect this every year.
That would be, you got it. Yeah, it happened one year and then kept happening within the course of the year.
Yeah. The first few would be the most devastating, and then I think people, governments and everything would try to adapt to it. But it's like, okay, so do we do this military operation today, or is the gravitational well going to take us all to hell?
I mean, you would have to just start going underground as far as civilization goes.
Oh, that's brilliant. We said stay inside, but of course, you want to make tunnels that aren't dangerous to fall upwards into.
Okay, but with jets and everything, I was thinking you wouldn't be able to do anything with jets or helicopters, but I mean, it's just gravity. Technically, they could still fly, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So they're trying to overcome the force of gravity. That's what makes them fly, right? Like it's the resistance to the Earth's pull that makes it work.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know anything about aeronautics. Again, if you're smarter than us, comment below.
So even if it didn't mess up the plane's flight, it would probably mess up the plane's instruments, if anything, and then they'd probably be screwed anyway.
That makes sense. They'd have to probably fly visually or something like that. Yeah, because what they're expecting. Because we're guessing also turning off gravity is such a sci-fi thing that actually can't happen. Thank you for not calling it out, because it means that the Earth stops having mass. Because gravity is not a force, it's just the attraction between two bodies.
Huh.
Yeah, it definitely sounded like I said the same thing twice, and I may have, because I am just that stupid. But so, Aaron, ice crystals or no ice crystals?
I mean, best case scenario, ice crystals. If we had,
are you betting that
we could So what we need to do is we need to save as much water as we can.
Okay, that's fair. Once we lost all the water, it would still probably condense again, right?
Yeah.
Well, 30 seconds is a long time to not have gravity. I don't think we keep the oceans or for very long.
Two things are happening that's making me question what's happening to the water, because it's very cold, right? So all the water goes up into the atmosphere and it becomes very cold, so it becomes solid. But then it hits the ozone, and the ozone is made up of these particles that are vibrating really fast. And so that's why when a capsule enters, you see the like glowing burn on the capsule, is because it's the amount of friction of all these molecules moving. So like a mass that's being thrown upward, like a body of water, is going to go through that. And then I have a feeling that it's going to get melted again back into the atmosphere. That's just a guess. I have no idea, but that's where I'm like getting caught. Like, I don't know if it leaves through the ozone.
Is there still that hole in the ozone, or did we?
Oh, you're doing it. You're Googling. Okay. Thanks for Googling. Cause I did, but then I was like, I can't find. You're using like some sort of chatbot or AI?
I'm using Aria right now to see, but she's not really giving me anything good.
Yeah, it was super weird. I did a Google search and I couldn't find anything in the top 2 pages. And I was like, that's super weird. This is not, I don't think it's an original thought at all.
I asked, what would happen if gravity stopped on Earth for 24 hours or for 30 seconds every year? Oh, I totally fucked up the question. That's probably why.
You're like, this gosh darn. Oh, it's me. Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it's just me.
I told a computer science major that the problem always is the problem with a bike and the problem with a computer are always the same, that it exists between the seat and the handlebars. Because it's definitely a common problem with the computer users too, man. When I was in IT, it was just like, geez. And then me, like generally it's me having the problem with the computer, and obviously I'm the one who's having the problem.
Being really specific with my question.
Did you get an answer?
1 second, I'm almost done typing.
Aaron, tell us about your show while we're reading.
What was that?
Tell us about your show.
Oh, hold on a second.
All right. Once you merge.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, she's really thinking about this one.
She's like, why? What are you planning? Floating water. Floating water is the top response. That's
for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what it says. Immediate effects on water. My question was, what would happen if all gravity stopped on Earth for 30 seconds once every year? How would governments react and adapt? And what would happen to all the water on Earth?
This is the most.
Would it create storms or would it create ice meteorites?
Okay, so good suggestion. Reading it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. It says immediate effects on water. All bodies of water, including oceans, lakes, and rivers, would begin to float. This would create a surreal sight as water rises and disperses into the atmosphere. Chaotic behavior. The water would not just float calmly, it would likely create chaotic waves and splashes, leading to temporary flooding in some areas. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. As water tries to escape its usual bounds. Atmospheric changes. As water vapor escapes into the atmosphere, it could lead to increased humidity and potentially trigger storm systems once gravity returns, as the sudden influx of moisture would create unstable weather patterns.
Oh, that's really, really interesting. Okay, so then it sounds like that's the vote is leaning towards, as far as this AI is concerned, is that the water doesn't leave the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be coming back.
And then it says government reactions and adaptations. Emergency preparedness. Governments would likely implement emergency protocols to prepare for the chaos. This could include public safety announcements and guidelines on how to secure loose objects and stay safe during the event.
Right.
Cities might invest in more structures, and there would be a surge in scientific research to understand the effects of the phenomenon, leading to advancements in physics and engineering. Damn, AI knows, bro. Like, we would become even smarter just because we're being fucked with. That's how it always works. Okay, and then potential for storms and ice meteorites. Formation, the sudden release of water vapor could trigger intense storms. We already kind of read that. Ice meteorites. While the idea of ice meteorites is intriguing, it's more likely that the water would simply return to its liquid state upon the resumption of gravity. However, if temperatures were low enough during the floating period, some water could freeze and create ice particles that might fall back to Earth. So probably some really intense snowstorms. Yeah.
So we know that water falling is going to fall at its topmost speed, which is the 9.8 meters per second, right?
Right.
So we know it's free falling,
fast, right?
Yeah. So it's falling fairly quickly. Let me see. How long does it take to fall from the free fall from the edge of space? Because we had somebody do it, so we actually know this number. Because that's how fast the water would be moving.
I gotta get going, guys. Thanks for having me tonight, though.
Thanks for being on, man.
Thanks so much.
And I'm gonna get Kate lined up, and we'll continue working on this song next week. It's good to have you, man.
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for the awesome, intriguing conversation too.
Okay, so here it is. It takes 3 minutes and 48 seconds to fall to space, so we don't lose the water because it only falls 30 seconds into the sky. The biggest problem we're going to have is flooding and the disbursement of water in a random way, right? And the mix of salt and then of course all the storms that it creates. So anyway, there you go. Glad we have the answer and it is solved. Good to see you, Chandler. This has been Composing with Chandler.
The water will assault us.
Peace out, guys.
Yeah.
Tell us about your show.
It was a lot of fun. It was an awards show.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
For the comedy club. So it was honestly more like a company party than just me doing a comedy show. But it was but I met another comedy club owner. So I got his phone number and emails to send in my info.
Nice.
Just met a bunch of people and just tried to promote my show on the first.
That's awesome.
And I gave out the award for best male wardrobe or something. Yeah, it was like who and there was this guy who wore like this golden tracksuit who won.
Nice.
Yeah,
so
it was a bunch of ridiculous award.
Of the people who showed up.
It was fun.
Gotcha. That is fun. Yeah, that's fun, man. Sweet. And then of course the cause and effect that's happening on the first. Which, every time we talk about it, it gets a little bit closer. So, had you'd seen the sets of most of the people over there?
Sorry, what was that?
All the stand-ups that were meeting all together. Did you guys all do it like a little 5 minute or whatever for each other?
Yeah. We did. We got to do a couple of minutes while we were presenting. So cool.
That's fun. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that is cool. Just doing the comedy.
doing the comedy. Yeah. So how was it? I mean, Chandler did a great job, like listening and getting the vibe.
Yeah, so it was one of the things we talked about, like right at the top, is we were just kind of like going through like what I thought that you were looking for, and then how how it is, because like I knew the Bonnie Clark song, of course, which that's her name, right? Bonnie Clark.
Bonnie Gordon.
Bonnie Gordon. I am so sorry, Miss Bonnie, for getting your name wrong. I had heard the track before, so I was like, okay, I know what type of, and I knew the way you had been singing it, and like you've been singing it the same way since the first time you sang it. So I knew like kind of the swing you wanted, and I could also see that he was coming from the pep and the like space sound, which I was like, that's awesome. So yeah, just I was like, we just need to have something for her, so that she can, you would feel more comfortable for one, but then also that she would be able to perform this song.
Because it's a Lavoom moment. Like it's the moment Richard like gets a bit infatuated.
That's true.
Did you see The Mask, Jim Carrey?
Yes,
I assume so. A lot of like the
Jim Carrey's my favorite actor.
The moment when Cameron Diaz like shows up on stage and The Mask does the wolf whistle thing.
Yeah,
a little bit like that, but like a little more subdued.
Yeah, Richard plays things close to his chest. I mean, it might be why he attacks the bartender at the end. Like, as subtext is like he's just trying to show off how manly he is and how he'll take care of her, but he has no idea how to say that. And then also, he's always been about action. So, yeah, we're going to need to see how he deals with Dash, because I was thinking it was going to be that he was chill about it. But of course, what we've seen about him is he like flashes. So she might have to be the one who like reins him in and be like, nah. Because of course he's seeing a fox also, which I didn't think about as a trigger, but of course it's a trigger.
Yeah. I think the fox will run into Luna before he runs into Richard.
That would make sense, because I don't think Richard
Luna would probably keep them separated. Which could be funny. Like in one room is Dash and one room is Richard, and it's almost like she's just like on 2 dates. Like she's trying to like figure out what to do.
That is a familiar trope.
Yeah.
Dash
is just there to get some dark matter and a light snack.
And a light snack. Yeah, of course he came to grab the dark matter, but then why not grab a light snack at the same time?
There's all these little birdies.
All right, yeah, exactly.
Who might taste good.
You know what would also be interesting is trying to deal with her carnivore nature.
Yeah.
Because she's not really opposed. What's that?
Like digestively.
Yeah, she really needs to eat meat also. So it's like not strange for her, but she's not these kids.
Yeah. But she has cat food. And their civilization has created food that makes that satisfies their hunger, and it might be ethical in some way, like because it's pussy paradise, so like it might be processed or something in an ethical way. I haven't figured out how it does, but it might be like I don't know yet.
Well, there is a way that you can get proteins to animals that, but they I mean, if they're geared for, if their bodies are primed for, animal protein, then you do have to feed them that. So, but there are ethical ways to source it.
If you were to take like animals that had already died naturally, and process those.
Okay,
animals.
that sounds a lot like cannibalism possible on that planet. But
well, I mean, no, not cats, but like, I don't know. This sounds kind of sketchy to like have a trade deal for the dead.
Right. Yeah, eating the dead is so weird.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I haven't.
So I mean,
I
but
we know that there's happened. I haven't thought of it that far. Deeply.
But humans, we eat like chicken and we eat beef and pork and all that. It's an animal. We eat it.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, I don't think that cats would be opposed. I mean, they're carnivores. They could have fisheries so they don't have to hunt all day, but they're still eating fish, and they might have like canary farms, and they, ethically sourced canaries. They're not harming the canaries, but everybody eats canary meat. Come on.
Right. Yeah, there's got to be something. I like fish. We could definitely just do fish and just never make fish people, and have fish just be a animal that's dumb all throughout the universe.
It's very Catholic of you to be like, nah, fish though.
Yeah, not fish. They're dumb.
They're just too dumb.
They can't even remember things 3 seconds after it happened.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of weird. That's like science. What? And that's the first question. I was like, the first objection was like, oh, but it's cannibalism because, like, I mean, you're in a universe of sentient animals. So like. And then I was like, but no, on Pussy Paradise, like pussies might be the only sentient animal. On Ovum 3, the only sentient animal was the chicken, So I think all other animals are normal unless they come from a planet where it's not normal. Is that like a canon rule that we could lay down here unofficially on the last part of Composing with Jamming?
That seems right. Okay. That seems all right. Yeah. Although, like, not every animal's on every planet. That's why the foxes attacked the chicken world, because maybe there weren't regular chickens on their planet.
Okay, gotcha. So,
or
that's interesting.
They hunted them to extinction on their own planet.
Yeah, maybe they've eaten up all the chickens on their planet, and then they're like, "Oh, these ones are bigger, and they're smarter. They must be tastier, right?"
And they like one of them could feed a whole family.
Right? Yeah, exactly. They get so big on Ovum 3, you can feed a whole family from a bucket. They say
a chicken in every pot.
Like, this is just good for all fox kind. Because of course, I mean, Dash is like he's the most like his people, right? Like he's just. Yeah. Some of them have consciences, so they don't take necessarily all, but he's like, nah, I'm hungry, I eat. That's what you do. We're foxes.
Yeah. And he also thinks that if he had fought in the Fox Wars, that they would have won.
I mean, reasonably,
but he was young.
Possibly, right?
Yeah. And he might have. Like, he's really smart. He developed dark matter technology and cloaking with using dark matter. So I don't know. He's a really intelligent, cool narcissist.
Yeah, that's the thing about him is like we want to throw up all the red flags on that guy, but still make him seem awesome.
Yeah. Because narcissists always seem awesome until they're not.
Well, yeah.
Until they turn on you.
You just find out that they've been using you the whole time for whatever reason. Yeah, you're just like, geez, thanks. So
like he would. I feel like throughout it, he's just like pretending to like Luna just so that she doesn't turn him into to Richard. Because he knows that the Pecker's there. He has sensors, but his ship is cloaked.
So he's like appealing to her as a carnivore. Like, come on, baby, you know you like it too. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we're so similar in diet.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. So we can play. Yeah, that's cool. I was hoping that we could avoid the tricky sexual trap. Of like just being about being hit on, but like it's about being treated like a piece of meat, because sociopaths do that for everybody. Like they just use everybody the same way, like an average female experience with most men is like they're just after you because they're trying to get up inside of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, so all people experience that. We can relate that back over to be like, yeah, right. Sucks, don't it? Like, don't do that to any people, you fucking weirdos.
Right.
Right. Because like, you don't want that to be like how Richard's relationship is. We want to show how bad it could be for like people. So you're like, yeah, of course, Richard is a very reasonable and good
Richard
dude.
just wants to like love somebody and have them love him.
Well, and then love for him doesn't mean taking.
He's going to love them anyways, but also, you know,
but
cool if.
Love for Richard doesn't mean taking. Love for Richard means giving. Like he's not there to consume Luna. He's there to like be a part of what she's doing and help her out.
Yeah, he's there to like show her his world and see if she wants to like, and as long as she wants to continue hanging out with them and going on adventures, then he would enjoy that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's definitely a threshold where it's like, so it might be, this is the episode is like the confession of feelings, right? So they can at least get to that door, and maybe it's a cliffhanger, but yeah, at the same time, at least it'd be like broached. Chandler just said that he got himself a girlfriend by, going to a gas station regularly, which I think is cute. Yeah. And then they just like seem to hit it off, and now they're hanging out together. So like that's that's the sort of thing I was like, that's an adorable story. Like that's the sort of thing that like I want for people, is for people to meet, just doing their daily lives, and then seeing somebody who like is a part of their world already, and then like, oh, okay, cool, we can actually spend more time together, and we seem to enjoy each other's company. Just that's super wholesome to me, and like I think that's like
that's so awesome.
A real type of romance. That's the sort of thing that can last. Where I think a lot of like hookup culture isn't like designed to last.
Yeah, and he met the person in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Always a.
And it wasn't like just on the first encounter. It was like they talked several times before. Even getting to the point where they're like, hey, what's going on with you? And again, that's just like, I'm just like, cool. It's how it should be. Like, respect people, who they are and where they are. And then if that works out for the two of you guys, like, great, but like, you've got to care first about the person.
Yeah, very true.
So,
and this is about getting to know each other. So, the more you get to know a person, the more you can care about them. Right.
Like, if Luna comes to the spot where she's like, Richard, I can always count on you. And he's like, yeah, as long as you're sticking around on the ship, you can always count on me. And if you want to stick around, I'd really enjoy it. Something like that.
Yeah.
So that then she knows that he is like, he's looking at her being like, yeah, dude, I want you to be here. Because it's a good question, because she's definitely wondering, like, if she's attracted to him, which I think she is, because she invited him back to the dressing room. But you know how
Yeah.
cats are. You can never tell cats like that.
Yeah, or like, was she attracted to him, or was she just like looking for help with what she's been seeing, or was she just maybe
Well,
a little
see,
bit hoping to get off world?
that's the thing, is that I've always kind of seen that, because the first thing she talks about in that is that, you know, she's like, hey, you know, she's changing, and she's like, hey, we've got a problem here, and we need to get to the bottom of it. So like, I've always seen it as like she's like approaching them, and he's like, of course, he's like, oh man, she invited me back to the dressing room, but then she's like straight to business. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't think she's like using him, because that's definitely not the right term for it, but she's definitely like sees that knowing him is an advantage. And she knows him by the reputation too, that they're here to create peace and solve problems. And so I think she's like, oh, cool. The Cox in Space showed up. This is exactly the types of guys that I need to like help me out.
Exactly.
So yeah. And so like, I feel like that's true about her. And so it might be new to be like, oh, and this like hero, you know, is also likes me, you know, because she's fun and flirty. You know, we know that she invited Dash back to her dressing room too at one point. And just that's how cats are. You know, they're going to go switch their tail at everybody. You can't hold that against a cat. It's just how cats are, buddy. They're not dogs. Dogs are loyal. They won't even sniff another person's hand unless they have food. The cats, they'll slit around on anyone who'll pet them.
Yeah.
Mainly because cats are very aware that they own you, and not the other way around. You're just lucky to have them. They know that.
Which is probably something that Luna would like. Oh, like, I have him.
Right, like, oh, you're my pet, right? Richard, you're my pet. He's like, actually, that wasn't the position I was hoping for.
It comes with many perks, like petting.
Yeah. Don't pet too hard, Richard. Don't pet too hard. But yeah, I know that because cats just be cats. That's just how they be, what they do, you know. And there's some people who are not cat people, and somebody pointed out, and I believe it's Tumblr. I wish that I wasn't so cringe and would not quote Tumblr on like a regular basis, but they do have some fire memes that have come out of the insanity that exists on that corner of the internet. So anyway, they were commenting that there's people who say that they are not cat people. And what they were saying was that it was a warning that if you hear that from somebody, what you're hearing is somebody who says that they do not respect other people's boundaries. Because the thing about cats is they have boundaries, and you're not allowed to cross them. You're allowed to earn respect from them, and you have to continue to do that as long as you know the cat. But once you start messing with them, you're allowed to do it, but like they'll only put up with it like so far. And so like, yeah, people who are like, no, I'm just dog people, are actually like the type of people you're like, oh yeah, you're a possible predator, you know,
or allergic to cats.
I mean, yeah, so that's a possibility. Like someone who says that they're allergic to cats, like is a person who's like, but I would really like to pet one generally, you know. People are like, oh, I fucking hate cats, you know, are ones who have met cats and were like, I don't like your vibe. And then they're like, yeah, I want to kill and torture that little creature, you know. I mean, it's not a hard and fast rule. I don't think it shows up in the DSM of like rapists or anything like that, but it is an interesting concept because it is a truism about cats themselves. And it's what I love about cats. Like, they don't need you. But when a cat comes over and like chills with you, it's because they actually like you and they want to hang out with you. Which, you know, is like, that's when you've actually won, in my opinion. Like dogs love everybody, but cats, like, they love nobody. You love them. But then also, you know, when they're feeling a little lonely sometimes and they need to warm up, they'll come over to you. Still driving, I suppose, huh? You have 2 hours on the road. On a call. My apologies. So, guys, we are wrapping up the end of the show. We have about 10 minutes left on this podcast. So I do want to thank you guys for listening and hanging out with us through these shows. One of the goals that we have on these shows is to just prove that we're doing the work, that we're here, humans, in this day and age where AI could be doing it for us. But we're, you know, putting it in so that we can create the product for you. And that's, you know, once we get the funding behind us for this project, is we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be putting the work in to make sure that you get a fantastic show. So, and, you know, we take pride in what we do, of being good artists, good musicians, good storytellers. You know, people want to debate, you can do that in the comments below. That's totally fine. I'm not offended. I'm not always everyone's cup of tea, so I can understand how the Coxon space might be upsetting for some people, or, you know, the joy that I take in telling perverse jokes could be the case. That's okay. Comment below. I'd love to hear from it, because maybe I do cross the line, and it's important not to do that, because I don't mean to offend or hurt anyone's feelings. That's not what I want to do. So we can talk about it, is what I'm saying, though. So if you want to become a member of and join the crew of Coxon Space, you can go to coxonspace.com. That's COXinspace.com. There's the access to the Discord up there. There's our Patreon up there. And by the time this episode comes out, we'll have access to the Facebook page as well. So that you can become, you can either support us, you can become a voice member, a contributing artist, something like that. So just reach out to us so that we can know. Aaron, do you have any closing thoughts for this episode?
Continue spreading happiness across your universe in any way that you can, using whatever talents you have available.
Yeah, that's a really good closing thought.
I thought so.
It's my belief, and you know, my belief, because I see it, is that everybody has a spark of creativity. Everyone has it, and that's the thing that brings happiness to you. Now there's some sick people out there. So if happiness is something that hurts other people, you can't do that. That doesn't spread happiness. But it's a thing that it makes you better. It makes your community better, and it makes the world better. Those are the three levels that you're gonna be looking for, like things that spread happiness. So there's a lot of really great options of things you can do to do that. Sometimes it's just going outside and making sure that you're consistently taking a walk. Can be real important. So
yeah, there's some beautiful stuff outside.
Yeah,
like flowers and sunlight, and if that's your bag, I dig it.
Yeah, and it's a good time if you have people and you don't feel comfortable being outside. It's a good time to take people outside with you, and you can meet up with friends and, you know, socialize. It's really important as people are humans are social animals.
Yeah, a community is always very important to have.
Yeah, and you can spread happiness by serving other people around you. It's really surprising how when you serve, you get this residual of kickback. And I don't mean like abundance. I mean just like you can look back at your day or whatever the task was and like, yeah, and we took care of other people. Because really at the end of the day, like, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just one of those people that enjoys that. But like when I see that other people have been affected in a good way by what I did, then I'm like, yes, cool. All of us together did better. Because that's not just a good thing for me, a single person, but like you could see the impact of your actions. True or not true, Kozbial?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. that's yeah. So it's just like, for me, I think that like the richest person in the world is not the one who has the most money, but the one who has impacted the most people for good. So if that leaves you penniless and you've affected billions of people, what a fantastic, like, you brought the most joy to the most people. I think that person is won more than the person who's hoarded the most stuff at the end of their life.
Yeah. What was it at the end of It's a Wonderful Life? No one is a failure who has friends.
I mean, that's a very, very good truism. I forgot that was there at the end. But like, yeah, that's
spoilers, I guess.
Spoilers on a movie from 1945. So
that plays every Christmas.
Yeah, that has been on the channel, on the TV channels. If people still watch TV, and the channels that aren't streaming, but it is a wonderful life, and that's really it. I mean, that's like no one's poor who has friends.
Yeah,
and it's only those who don't who are, and the thing of like the sociopath can't understand is like the difference between friends and allies, because friends are people who actually care about you. Allies are just people who care about what you can do for them. And that sucks. Like, that relationship is necessary sometimes, but it's like, that's not a friendship. It can grow into a friendship, but like, actually loving somebody is the desire to also take care of them and do good for them. Right?
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
You want to expound on that a little bit?
Sorry.
That's okay. Driving is also difficult. I realized when I threw that question, I was like, oh crap. He also has to focus on the road. So
yeah, I'm also watching all these people around me, and making sure none of them drive into me or me into them.
Fair. It would not spread happiness across the universe.
But I guess I can expound it like this. So the show tonight was a 4-year anniversary for Krack Pots Comedy Club. And everybody there was giving speeches about how this club fostered a community of a place where people can try out new things. For me, they were the first place that gave me a feature gig at a club, and now the first place that'll give me a headline gig at a club. And
that's awesome.
So there's so many similar stories to me of people who were encouraged by this place, and therefore it's grown and been packed full of people who love the place.
And that's
what a community 100%. Is.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been finding that with this project too, because we're building something. There's a community forming around it.
Exactly.
And we're going to get to see a small part of it come together tomorrow night. And when we get to read through the script, and it's like, it just keeps going from there. Like, people who were involved with that get involved with other things, and people that they know. But we just get to hang out and be like pals with each other, I'm sure that was the vibe for you tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like whenever you're doing things, people are attracted to that and they join, and it's a beautiful thing, people coming together.
Yeah, I mean, humans, we need it. And I think we need it particularly for perspective, or me personally for perspective, because there's things that me as a person think and feel and do. But it's only once I'm around other people that I begin to see what kind of a social norm looks like. And so it allows me to calibrate myself. Like, am I far off of like what is fairly typical? Like, are there things about me that like are different? And so like it's really good for that. And I think everybody kind of needs that. And then also no project can be held up by one person, because everything that like happens is just, there's so many moving parts to it. Like I wish I was talented enough to write and draw and create music and animate. But like I'm not, and I admit that. Like I'm like I'm capable of writing only because I obsessed about an idea for a while, right?
Right.
So, and then same with you, right? Like you have so much Cox and Space content because you obsessed about this idea for the time that I was also gone. And like just right, because like I mean, you just
there's a whole universe in my brain.
In your brain, yeah, this Cox and Space, like it's so funny. But like that's like so it took us a while to like even have that to be able to produce, right, or to be able to produce things. And so like of course we haven't had the time so far to dedicate to becoming masterful illustrators and animators and musicians.
Yeah, like I wish I was like more of a like a musician where I could like play the piano and not just have the idea of a song and have the melody, but be able to expand on it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's
it's like I got the idea of like the vibe of it, like but I don't have the ability to to like tell you what chords to use and what notes to use. I was like, yeah, I just want a piano led like that song.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so this finding out exactly what we're talking about and me, and like it's good that we're able to meet up with these artists who are capable, and they're gathered around this idea that exists. Because I mean, here we're closing out the show, but at last it's Cox in Space,
Yeah.
So guys, thank you again. If you've made it this far into the podcast, we're really glad to have you as supporters of the show. This is Aaron Kozbial, the professor of comedy, professorofcomedy.com. I am Skip Marazzi. You can check out my stuff at wigwags.us, as well as the YouTube channel that I'm sure you're familiar with, and coxinspace.com. Aaron, you had one final thought?
The parts where we feel like we're missing are the parts where other people can fit in like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of being a community altogether, is that everybody brings some skills to the table. Again, if you guys are interested, we're still getting it together. So reach out. Bye.